What's up, peeps? Julian Williams here with The Distance. Got a video for you guys. Pretty much this video is going to be on Teofilo Stevenson. Pretty much if you don't know who Teofilo Stevenson is, then you just need to pause this video right now and Google the name. Teofilo Stevenson, I mentioned about probably 2 or 3 years ago in the video, and I can't really even tell you which video it was. I said it was probably one of the greatest amateur boxers that never became a professional. And pretty much he went in, he won like 3 Olympic gold medals, 72, 76 in 19 and also in 1980. And I don't think he fought, and after like I think he retired in like 88, but of course Cuba didn't go to the Olympics in 84. But he didn't fight in the Olympics in 88, pretty much retired. But just overall, man, I think, and this is just my opinion, I think he is probably one of the greatest amateur fighters of all time, along with Rigan Diao. I think that I've seen a lot of good amateur fighters. I don't keep up with the amateurs as much as I used to, like in the early thousands, and with the luxury of having the technology that we have now and having YouTube. I'm able to go back and look at the fights, look at his amateur fights, looking at the fight with John Tate, and a few other people that, and I can't even pronounce the names, being that they're from other countries, and I don't want to butcher the name, but but you could tell he was a good overall, above solid fighter, very complete. Pretty much was fought tall and pretty much kept his punches straight. Fought well behind the jab and had a very powerful right hand that and knew how to get it to land in that right spot. Just overall, I think very just pretty much just your quintessential boxer. Just overall, very subtle with his movement, very subtle with his skill, and pretty much you could tell towards the end of his amateur career that he had this stuff mastered down. He had the stuff mastered, and just imagine him, like in the era that more than likely he would have, if he decided to become a professional after the 76 games in the Olympics. Just imagine what kind of professional he would be, who he would be facing. He'd be facing, Ken Norton, Larry Holmes, Ernie Shavers. These would be like interesting fights, to see him, and even Muhammad Ali, even though he was at the end of his career. Jimmy Young, just all kinds of fights, man, that would have been interesting to see him in. Just being that era of boxing, but just overall, I think, I just think, probably one of the greatest amateurs of all time. I think, and this is my opinion, I think he should be above Felix Savon, another Cuban fighter that was a heavyweight, that was a multiple-time gold medalist. But this overall, rest in peace to Teofilo Stevenson, probably the greatest amateur heavyweight that never became a professional. And like I said, I think that if he would have fought, came here and fought, just imagine the fights that he would have been. I think that I think a fight with Holmes would have been an amazing fight, and that's just my opinion. Pretty much the battle of the jabs. Holmes had a great jab, but Stevenson had a very sharp jab and knew how to set up his shots using that jab, and fought well behind it, and pretty much walked opponents down very well behind that jab. So pretty much that's it. But rest in peace, Teofilo Stevenson. That was The Distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.